I titled my slide, How I Found My Purpose, because to me, teaching isn't just a job, it's a calling. This slide contains a picture of my aunt and me. Her and me have always had a special bond. Ever since I was 5, I wanted to be a nurse just like her. I dressed up in her scrubs and used her own stethoscopes to pretend I was helping people. I wanted to be a nurse because I remembered how relaxed they would make me feel when I was sick. I always knew I wanted to be that relaxing presence for someone else. However, God had different plans for me. My senior year of high school, I ended up getting really sick for about 9 months. I went to the hospital 6 different times for 6 cases of strep throat in 6 months. Then I got my tonsils removed. I was out for 2 weeks recovering from that surgery. From the sickness and surgery, I contracted a virus called C. diff. This is when all of the good bacteria are wiped from your stomach along with the bad bacteria. Too many rounds of antibiotics can cause this stomach disease. On top of this, I had my first serious allergic reaction and had to have the ambulance called because my throat swelled shut. After those 9 months, I was just plain done with the emergency room. I knew from then on I never wanted to be in a hospital on a daily basis. While I was dealing with my sickness, I was simultaneously taking a class called PALS. I mentored 2 boys. One was in 2nd grade, featured on the left, and the other was in kindergarten, featured on the right. I fell in love with them. From then on, I wanted to mentor and work with kids for the rest of my life. To this day, I still keep in touch with those boys. They were my first inspiration. My first year here, I started taking teaching classes at St. Ed's. I originally chose to enroll at St. Edward's because I got a scholarship to play softball here. After the first year, I knew I'd made the right choice. I couldn't imagine going anywhere else. I'm so happy with my major that I'm in and the people helping me in the School of Education. I did observation hours at Cactus Ranch during my first semester. This experience just solidified my passion for teaching. I got to observe the class that one of my pals from senior year was in. This fieldwork furthered my excitement for education. The next fieldwork experience I had was in my Intro to Special Ed class. I went to several schools, 2 of my favorites being Rosedale and Odyssey. However, I remember calling my mom after visiting Rosedale and telling her how excited I was that I found something to be passionate about for the rest of my life. The experience I had at that school gave me an example of the true impact that teachers can have. The workers there are angels, and I want to be that dedicated when I'm an educator. Finally, last semester I took my first block class. I got to work at Cowan Elementary School on Wednesday mornings. I tutored 2 precious girls for 12 whole weeks during the semester. This was my first time teaching actual phonics and TEKS to kids. Although it was nerve-wracking, it definitely piqued my interest. I learned so much about the methods of teaching and was also able to come up with my own strategies. Now I serve on the Dean's Leadership Council for the School of Education. I am so excited for what the future holds for me as a person and as a teacher.